Welcome to the Computer Group Podcast, March Podcast to be exact. And I'm here with our new co-host, fedoraman studios. Yeah, how about that? Okie dokie. So how people know me on all my podcasts. I'm fedoraman studios. Okay, so today in the podcast we're going to talk about Microsoft news, Windows Blue, Stevie's favorite thing to talk about, and Windows 8 tablets to come out. For Apple news, a new iPad coming out, maybe mini, or maybe a complete redesign, supposedly. Staples selling Apple products online and soon in stores. iOS 6.1.3 update to fix jailbreak and lock screen, which that has been performed. It does fix it, but there's some issues with the update. So we'll talk about that instead of, we're going to talk about that instead of. Apple to build 2 terabyte SSD drive for the new Mac Pro. iWatch to run full iOS without batteries. An issue for Android news or Google news. Google working on a streaming service. HP to come out with HP Slate 7, a new tablet. And Google I/O people is in May. And another news, Google's first Chrome OS Pixel PC come out. We'll talk about that. So, first thing, Steve will talk to you about Windows Blue. Stevie? Give me a little bit here. Alright, so Windows Blue is basically an update for Windows 8. And it's supposed to be released June 7th for manufacturing phase. And the update will cost about $40. It's supposed to eliminate platform jump as seen with prior Windows versions, but it's a Windows version, so you know it probably won't work out too well. It will have yearly updates, so it's kind of a bonus. It's not just going to stay the same. Sounds like Microsoft wants to be an Apple. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like Office 360, it will have most likely a yearly fee for a continuously evolving product. 365. 365. We are looking up to 360. 365, I think. It's not my fault. So, Windows Blue, I see it as, according to all the leaked photos, that basically what it is Windows 8. The main, I think it's supposed to be 360, I think they messed up on that. Yeah, I think it's 365. Hardware, stock. Heaven cares. And I think it's going to be a service pack update. That's what I'm thinking. This is going to be a big service pack update that includes some things in it. Like most of the changes that I've seen in it is you can make a tile smaller. Why you do that on a desktop, I don't know. And IE11. Yeah, see that's, and then another thing, the Windows Phone that came out. Oh yes, the phone. So Windows Phone is doing pretty good. Windows Phone Blue will not be released until fall winter of 2013 or in early 2014. So, if you have a Windows Phone but not a Windows desktop with Windows 8 on it, you guys will have to wait a little bit longer. Most people have Windows Phone. Yeah, I know. So, yeah. Also, Twitter, the official Twitter app was finally released on Windows 8. It's something a lot. So now on to the new Windows 8 tablets to come out. One that shock in my mind that's supposed to be a cheap, low-end tablet was the CDE D980 tablet. It was shown off at Mobile World Conference, and it's got your basic 10-inch tablet screen. It's got an Intel Atom processors that I don't really like, but and it runs Windows 8, a full version of Windows 8.
Now, see, I do like Windows 8 on a tablet because that's what it's used for. It'll be a cheap tablet, though. Say how it's made. So just say,
so the design is really kind of simple. It's just a sheet of Gorilla Glass, aluminum casing, and that's basically about it. Very simple design.
and on review.cnet.com, it clearly says, the Full Metal Dragon gives the V9-8 a more premium feel, although aesthetically it's unlikely to get your heart racing. So, it's a tablet, but that's pretty much all it is.
Fancy. So, inside the tablet is, like I said, it's got Intel Atom processor, Z2760 processor, clocking at a 1.7 gigahertz along with 2 gigs of RAM. That's okay. It'd still be able to run Photoshop if you wanted it to. And like I said, this might be a better tablet than the Surface RT tablet, because as you can see, some RT tablets around close to $600, but this one has Intel, so that means you can run Spotify and iTunes, all your old Windows apps. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. And that's about it.
They're basically copying, if you look at the design from what I'm looking at, it looks just like a wider iPad.
And supposedly, it's supposed to be longer. Prices are supposed to be around $600 at the most. They go on sale later this year in China. And that's not it about the ZTE V90, which I was paying attention to Mobile World Conference, and there were a lot of Windows 8 tablets to come out. So it's pretty possible you see some good cheap Windows 8 tablets, or time they come out, maybe Windows Blue tablet, maybe? Possibly.
I think it would probably come into next year, so good.
So now on to Apple news with the new iPad. New iPad reportedly to come out. So we all know Apple always has a big event sometime in the summer, and they usually release new products. But a manufacturer got some design on some tablets, but it's the manufacturer of mini-suit who's already been creating the 15 iPad cases. And according to the picture that they show, that it looks like the iPad has a complete redesign. Like the speakers, looks like the speakers are going to be on the bottom right by the charging port, unlike the iPad, or like iPhone.
They could possibly cause some problems from charging when it, messes up. Or might mess up the speakers a little bit.
And also, on the cases, there seems to be a hole in it, like a hole, not the camera hole, but there's a little hole in the middle of the case at the top. That might be something. And it looks like there's some type of grip things on it too, like some extra
It looks a lot like the iPad Mini complicated.
Yeah, the iPad 5 case looks exactly like the new iPad Mini case. So maybe we'd see that.
But it's in between, like, inside it's like in between the iPad Mini and the iPad 4, so...
Yeah. So, I could see Apple releasing a new iPad. Not gonna bother me. Also, another thing is the size will be a little bit smaller. When you get rid of like the black, the extra black, it'll be like as thin, as close to the skin as possible.
Size position.
Like, usually, maybe this year, maybe I might get an iPad 3 whenever maybe they decide to make things the same price as iPad 2 and discontinue iPad 2 with it. It's like, for some stupid. Yeah, nothing, but I'll pay a little bit more than that.
Alright.
That's more than $50.
I know, probably Apple stuff.
So, yeah. We know for the fact that Apple's going to probably release a new iPad and an iPad Mini and a new iPhone. Basically what we get. So now to Staples selling Apple products now. So I'm kind of excited about this. Can't wait for them to start selling them in store, but now, if you go to Staples.com, you can now buy Apple accessories. Not computers or hardware. The only hardware you can buy is the Apple TV if you call it hardware. I just call it a thing that connects to the TV and you can watch episodes from the iPhone.
It's more software than hardware.
So, yeah, they stopped selling iPad accessories, Apple TV, time capsule, AirCode, Extreme and Express, headphones, smart covers, power adapters, mice and keyboards. That's about it, all they sell. They've been reportedly trying to do this for years in the U.S. because in Canada, you can only buy Apple products in Canada from the Staples.
Hey, that's the one thing Canada has against us.
It's the Apple products.
It's up.
So, now to your new update for iOS 6.1.3 is now out on all Apple devices. But, reportedly, it fixes the jailbreak, which it does if you use the Invasion jailbreak, untethered jailbreak. It will do that. Hopefully, Invasion's working on an update that fixes it, finds another dispute, the deposit or whatever you want to call it. Supposedly, it won't last long, yeah. And it fixes Block hat, where you can get access to a phone. You get access to a phone that's reportedly to fix that, and it does fix that. But, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, there is already issues people have been finding. You know what those issues are? What are those issues? Well, it seems that the battery's been draining on people's devices after they have updated to it.
Yeah, it sounds like Apple products.
Yeah. So, and some people are putting some reports that it's been running slow on their device. So maybe that's an issue. Maybe we see,
I think Invasion and iOS need to work together. Instead of agency time.
Yeah, but Apple don't want their break.
Apple needs to, figure out, this is making our stuff sell better. Because everyone wants those jailbreaks.
Oh yeah, I think they said that reportedly Invasion hit 7 million installs in 4 days after it was released. So you can tell people like to jailbreak the device.
And Invasion's probably already working on it.
Yeah, probably already working on it. So next to the new Mac Pro that's supposed to be released this year, and also it's been reported that Apple has been working on a 2 terabyte solid state drive with an Apple logo on top of it. So, also we talked about the new Mac Pro. It's supposed to be built in the U.S. Oh, American. Which I don't see why they couldn't make such thing because all it is putting computer parts in a case. All it is. American. And supposedly it's supposed to be SATA, maybe a 3.5 drive, and so on and so on. There are not a lot of people like it, because it's kind of more like a removal, but this seems kind of legit, because Apple did at one time make hard drives, and then they kind of failed and went to Seagate, and kind of just put their logo on Seagate's drives. Yeah. So, Apple's big enough to do that stuff. Yeah. So, now to see the most interesting news is the rumor about the Apple iWatch. Some reportedly running through iOS, but the one issue is the battery. Yeah, people, the goal originally was 4 to 5 days before each charges. But people have the prototype I've been working on right now only lasts about 2 days maximum before the battery's fully dead. Which, that's not that bad, but I don't know if I'm going to charge my watch all the time. Yeah. But, instead of, everyone was kind of, a lot of people were kind of thinking that it was going to become like the iPad Nano. The iPad Nano? Yeah. iPad Nano. iPad Nano. No one says the next event Apple is, nobody was iPad. Okay, iPad Nano. You're welcome, Apple. iPad Nano, the touch operating system that it had, some people were thinking about that, but instead, it's actually going to be, like a normal, well not really normal, but like a normal iPad. Normal iPad and iPhone. I like the car, of course, but I like this idea. Basically, maybe the phone, you're walking down the street and you have your phone ringing and you put something on the iWatch and it connects your phone and you walk around like this. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat, and maybe add on the first-facing camera on it where you can do FaceTime, Star Wars. And that's what I'm thinking, that Apple is trying to recreate things that was from Star Wars or something. I mean, we're talking before on this. It's next is going to be going, oh wait, we already have that. I love Google. There's always going to be points that Samsung's already coming out with a smartwatch. Google got into the thing reportedly supposed to be making a watch-type interface, which Google could probably pull off with Android running on it. But Apple, you see how the iPhone Nano lasted. Yeah, in a year when they came out with the real ones, nobody liked that small touch interface. You see really work on it. So, yeah. You can't really do much on it. It's just working with music and different things. I just want to add more things to it. They never did. So, the iWatch actually looks pretty cool. And really, the thing about it, the battery, it's a problem, but, it's a pretty easy to fix problem, just plug it in. So, now down to Google and Android news. So, everyone, have you been using Google Play? Have you been using Google Play? I don't think so. Google Play. I got all my music libraries up on Google Play right now. Yeah. It's pretty good. Yes, but I don't use it. I don't use Google Play all much. But it's Spotify. Yeah. Spotify, you're right. But you do get a lot of free music. Yeah, you can get free music, unlike some companies like Apple only giving you 2 songs free every week. They give you a song of the day. You always get 1 song a day. Usually it's
not that good. But why free? Yeah, but it's still free, so I try to get as much free stuff as I can from Google. So Google has been reported saying that they might be working on a Spotify-like application, which will, it says right here, it says, Google links Android unit has been negotiating with music companies to start a paid subscription music streaming service akin to Spotify, AV, and according to people familiar with the matter, separately, Google's YouTube video website is trying to obtain licenses from music labels to start a paid subscription service for music videos and potentially also for audio-only songs. See, I just see Google, YouTube being like the main thing for like streaming like music. You can always stream videos and movies and everything, and why not just add music songs to it? Like music or something? Like, well, name it like audio video, whatever. I know your profile for that. I got one, I just don't use it. I got a link with my YouTube account actually. And so I can see Google coming out with things like I said, I think that last podcast, I said that Apple is been reported on working on a streaming service too, and things in iOS have shown it, but resemblance enabled. So maybe we will find it out pretty soon, maybe from Google. Bloomberg reported that Apple in October was aiming for the fourth quarter launch of their music streaming service, but negotiations were held over licensing fees. So that tells you one thing. Also, are you guys ready to buy a cheap Android tablet? I know I would still buy this, but will it fail like the previous tablets were failed? Is HP Slate 7 that runs full iOS and has a price tag of $169, which isn't that bad, really. Yeah. I think it's actually cheaper than the Nexus. The Nexus tablet from Google. Also, this was shown off at the Mobile World Conference. This tablet looks pretty darn good. I would so love to buy this, but yet again it gives me suspicious thinking. It's made by HP, and remember what happened in the previous years about the HP touchpad? It failed. It was out for about, I don't know, maybe a few months, then they decided to completely end the lower division, and so they said so you can go to a store and get an HP touch tablet for $100, which I missed out on. And in the next week after they said it was discontinued, a guy put an Android to it. So that means it's still a usable tablet. It's kind of confusing. Yeah. HP is, I like HP, they make really good products and stuff, computer accessories, all that stuff. Oh, that's confusing. They take back, bring back, take back, bring, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They take out, bring back. So, what it has in it is powered by a dual-core ARM A9 processor, and it got in the front, I think it's, no, the front doesn't have a video. The back has two video cameras, I think. No? Hold on. Still playing something. There's a 3-megapixel camera and the second camera for video calling. So it's probably a video. So I guess there's one in the front that you can't see from the pictures. But this tablet looks pretty good. I think it's an iPad, and this is a high-powered and cheap iPad mini. Also, something that it has that iPad mini doesn't have is something that I really love, which the iPad has, is a micro SD card slot. So you can get
extra stuff on it and add more space to it.
Instead of just, you get what you get.
Yeah. And there's also the connector to plug it into a charge. First is I believe it's a micro USB. Let's see. Potential load. Yeah, it's a micro USB. So yeah, I would really buy it. And it's all about beat audio too. That's another impressive thing. See what your thoughts on the tablet. And also it's coming out in April, supposedly.
Well, from what I read, what I've seen, it looks pretty good, you know? I'm done the camera. It looks pretty good, you know? I mean, it's small. Only problem I have with, I have no problem with how it's made. It's a very, without a better word for it, it's a pretty decent tablet. It's long. You know? That's the only, if I had a tablet, I would want it kind of smaller, so I could put it in my pocket, but that's just kind of a personal thing. You know, if you want a case or something for it, then...
I don't think that's that. I'm going to toss my iPad to fit it in this. Okay. Close to it and hang that.
Yeah.
I didn't even fit it in my pocket.
But, it's actually really good. I like it. It's pretty small, pretty size efficient. So, I don't see a problem with it. I'd buy it.
You buy it?
When I have money.
You have the money, $169. Why don't you forget about it and just save it for this?
Yeah. Good conversation about off screen, so.
And it runs Jelly Bean 4.1. And the shocking thing is they did decide to stick Windows 8 to run it, which is pretty good, because if we had picked Windows 8 and stayed with the ARM processor, it would have the useless Windows, I wouldn't call it Windows, but Windows RT. It's basically a separate Windows program, basically. So, Stevie, we're going to tell you about Google I.O. Alright.
Google I.O. has announced the detail for next year's I.O. Developer Conference, and
this year.
Yes, this year. I guess this was May December 4th, 2012. My bad. I wrote that note. The conference will be in May 15th to 17th, 2013 at the Moscow Center in Moscow Center West in San Fran. So, it's so everyone always talking about.
Guess what? We're going to be talking about Stevie. What's coming out for the review?
Windows Blue.
Google Glasses?
Oh, yes!
We know that's going to be at Google I.O. They've done like previews the last 2 years at I.O.
Oh, I love it. I love Google Glasses.
And next version of Android, and probably some Nexus tablet news, and maybe some Chrome OS news. So, yeah. Also, I read the scene that Google announced that there's going to be like, if you can't make it San Francisco, they're going to have like little, I don't know how to explain it. Well, basically you can watch Google I.O. with a bunch of developers and different things. So if you're not there to experience it, you can go someplace where there are developers and there's going to be developers.
So they'll probably have some streams on YouTube.
They're going to have streams on YouTube also. But if you want to be there and with a bunch of developers and everything, you could go to one of those. I know the closest one around here is in St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis, yeah.
For no one?
I don't know. I really want to sit through the whole entire Google I.O. section.
I don't know. What if we got a free Google Glass project?
Probably no.
No? But the problem
there might be something, might be handing out some Google Glasses at the official Google I.O. Which they always do give out free stuff at Google I.O. That is one conference I've been trying to go to for a long time. Not for the free stuff, just to experience the feeling of going to a thing where you know the stuff is going to be coming out. Because when the stuff Google announces at Google I.O., they usually come out. Well, we have yet to see Google Glasses to come out, but they have been, they are now giving it out to people that have tweeted at Project Glass, have sent confirmation that people will be able to get them if you give the tweet to them and then they pay you. But dropping down $1,500, not that legit yet. Now, and you have to fly to like New York, San Francisco, and I think Chicago. You have to go there to get them. You just can't order them from like a development site. You have to go there and then they teach you all about it. So, yeah, you get the Glass Explorer edition. So, now on to the last bit of news, and podcast hasn't come out like I wanted it to. Let's do probably 30, 45 minutes. So that's what I wanted it to. So, how many people use Google Chrome OS? I've used other versions of it made by developers that like ports of it. I've never used an official Chrome OS, but as much as I see it, it's just Google Chrome. Running. Well, the Chrome OS is mostly for like if you just use a computer strictly for internet and nothing else, and maybe some pictures. That's the only thing. I can see Chrome OS no wrap around older people that are just trying to roam and just want to get on the internet and explore. Chrome OS would be fantastic for them. Because given it's not trying to be offensive, but given an old person Windows 8 for the first time, probably not going to turn out that well. Unless it's on a tablet maybe. But even that, it still seems confusing. So, Google announced their official computer, or the Chromebook. The Chromebook Pixel. It's got a very expensive price tag, $1,299. Yes, and the LTE version is $1,449. But you do get extra space. Unlike the same with Wi-Fi edition, you get 32 gigs of solid space, but with the LTE one, you get 64 gigs of LTE. So, what does it all have? It's got a touchscreen on the laptop. I don't know why you need a touchscreen on Chrome OS, but it still looks pretty good. It's got a 12.85-inch screen, high pixel density, than any other laptop. So this beats the Retina Pro MacBook. That's kind of impressive, Google doing that.
Has two USB 2.0 ports.
Yeah.
2-in-1 card reader supporting SD and MMC. So,
also, if you buy through Google, you get 1 terabyte of Google Drive for 3 years for free. Now that might just make me want to know how to buy the Pixel. Besides the price tag. Yeah. Lower the price tag a little bit. Yeah, lower the price tag maybe a little bit. And that's about it. The things I've seen videos that I've seen, a lot of people love how it's designed and everything. It's all about blacklit keyboard. So if you like black keyboards, then you might like this. Like, when you look at it, you really don't see a logo until the side. Then you see the Chrome. But this is 100% Google. No other manufacturer has helped them, well, some might have helped them, but Google manufactures it under their name, no other name. Like, unlike the tablets like Asus, Nexus, and different things, and so on. So, the screen resolution is 2,560 by 1,700 at 239 ppi. So, that's pretty decent resolution. So, also going to need a TV set, maybe a display port, so you can hook it up to maybe a TV or an external monitor. Also got a built-in headphone jack. And something that's kind of impressive is 4 gigs of DDR3 RAM and 32 gigabytes of solid state drive. So for the, like I said, for the LTE version, and for the LTE version is 64. LTE version is 64, and the 32 is the 32 solid state fluid. No. But also, battery lasts for 5 hours of active use. So I think it could have done a little bit better on the battery time, but that's easy to get past. I mean, just like this. Yeah, that's what I do with mine. Yeah. So, yeah. Also, it's a dual band Wi-Fi 802.11a. So basically what a good broadband video card is, it's supposed to perform a lot better than a single one. It's got a stronger radius to grab Wi-Fi signal, so you don't disconnect a lot of times if you're on like a low, like if you have like 1 bar of Wi-Fi, it should keep on disconnecting all the time if you go a little bit further. Also, with the Pixels, you will get for the Wi-Fi version, you get 2 free sessions of GoGo Infinity Internet. And for the LTE, is only on Verizon. You get 100 megabytes a month for 2 years of mobile broadband for free. So, yeah, maybe the extra money for it is good, but and the LTE version has not came out yet. You can pre-order it, and it will be shipped April 8, 2014. So, yeah. Like, I would like to see this be a good tablet, and maybe they can make Chrome OS pretty decent. Like I said, if you're looking for a new laptop, do not go to a Chromebook, unless you're just going to use it for internet.
Yeah, but for the price, that's ridiculous if it's just for internet.
Also, I read something online that you can run Ubuntu on it. Someone pointed Ubuntu to it, so you can run Ubuntu. Also forgot to mention the processor they're using is an Intel i5 dual-core processor at 1.8 gigahertz. We don't, it doesn't say what generation of it is, but hopefully it's Ivy Bridge, not Sandy Bridge.
Whatever works.
Yeah. So now, that wraps up the news. Pretty much. And kind of wraps it up. The computer group, we got some updates, little updates. April, we're going to have a live Google Hangout to announce a lot of things. Yeah, so Fedoramanstudios Studio is hosting the live Hangout.
That's very good.
And the thing that we're launching won't launch until the 16th of April. So, yeah, also I did some little changes on the computergroup.com. I posted some new posts up there, take a look at them. And like I said, stay tuned for like on Facebook. You can find out all the information that's going on with the computer group at our Facebook. And Steve, you have anything for Halloween? You guys are really on fedoramanstudios, our Final Fantasy 7 stand-up. It's still going up. We just uploaded a couple days ago episode 2, part 1. Episode 2, part 2 is in the making as we speak. And also, for those people who are just watching to watch, I do have a job for you. If you guys are interested in voice acting for me, I have a couple of parts you can audition for. Go to my channel, and I should have Dora Talk 7 coming up, and that'll give you some information on the characters. That's pretty much it for Fedora Studios. Coming up with something? Big announcements? Maybe sites we do?
Yeah. I have been using my Twitter again.
That's something I need to start using to get the computer group to back up and going.
But also, I just realized we are going to do some Fedora games. They're going to be low-res, of course, because I have a camera, and I don't have anything. I don't have fraps or anything.
Well, what's the basic fraps?
Yeah, but I'm going to do a bunch of games, so I'm just going to...
I got PBR. Right, one's $460. Same price on the HD Flight 7?
So I'm substituting a Smack Flight 7 and a PBR. Comments on which ones you think I need to get.
I think you'd have both of them. The Flight 7. Originally, I would think you'd have one because we introduced something new.
Yeah.
And unlike the Connect, you play Connect a computer, and it's something on in PBR, that can always wait. Can always wait. Like, I looked into buying a PBR, and I just really thought to myself, why deal with it? Because, yes, I think it would be awesome to do, but it would make my life a lot more harder, because I have so many videos I would record, so I have to manage them all.
Yeah.
And like, the PBR requires the computer to be on the records. And then you have to do audio, redo audio first, because most of them don't have built-in record your audio like I'm just talking. Like, I know some people, they, like, for like a guy, he does, one guy that I subscribe to, is he plays games, but he's more like talking like a mailbag. He gets a bunch of fan mail and everything, he reads it and gives his suggestions while like playing a match of Call of Duty. And gives them something to watch while they're listening to him talk. That's what I thought about the podcast, is do that on the podcast.
And live stream stuff.
Yeah, different things. But you can do whatever you want. Truthfully, my opinion, it would be 7 you'd be introduce something new.
Well, yeah, that and with the Asian food, smoke my weight loss. But really, Romance and Joe, the website's still not doing anything. I need someone to with that actually has a lot of skill that can...
Well, it's really, you just drag and drop.
Yeah. I know someone specifically for that, and I'm the editor, director, and voice actor.
So, well, a lot of people manage, look at me, I manage a bunch of different things, and like, when I've been working on my new thing that I'm working on that's going to be announced on the 13th, April 13th, I mean, I've done hardly anything. I look back at the computer on Weebly, and I'm like, man, I haven't posted nothing since January on it. And some not even, some from like January of 2002. I'm not updated. So, yeah. So, I think that's going to pretty wrap up the podcast. like I said, if you like the podcast or if you like the mixtape show, new mixtape shows, some episodes should be out maybe this weekend, maybe, or this week. And like, subscribe, comment, and share. And maybe if we get enough sharing, maybe I might get something ready to somebody. Maybe Amazon, the $5 Amazon gift card. If we get, what should I put the list? 100 views with 100 comments.
So, one comment per person.
Yes.
And it doesn't even have to, it could be just any really...
Like, any comment,
like, first.
Yeah.
100 first.
But, and I'm going to put a time limit on this. Let's put the time limit on. Until the 6th. I'll give you until April 6th. And whoever I pick will be contacted on April 7th, since the 6th I have prom. So I want to keep up to date. So, like I said, April 6th is the deadline, and I will get back with someone whoever comments, and if I have 100 views,
It'll be just a random drawing.
It'll be a random drawing, random picking. So,
I'll keep it managed drawing.
Yeah, that's man too, a bunch of spam. Do you post spam? Like, here's the thing.
Like one person spamming the whole thing.
If one person, like if someone makes like 100 comments and it's from the same subscriber, same person, then I'm not going to take you. Also, you must be a subscriber.
Yes.
To the Computer Roots channel.
And while you're at it, if you want to, subscribe to fedoramanstudios.
Yeah, we'll have the links below. So yeah. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.